What is up, Laert? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. I'm doing very good. Watching Italy Lithuania today as we're doing the podcast. Are you watching that game by any chance?
I'm trying to find now the stream. To be fair, I'll be honest with you. Let me see if I can find something.
Yes. So
I think I found something. Yeah. How's it going?
yes.
How's the game? Is they're playing decently?
Right now, Italy has more like a second team, like a B team. We're playing with a B team. A lot of players that are not regularly in the first squad, but it looks good. Looks good. Italy 68% ball possession, Lithuania 32. Italy is dominating the game, just more technical. Oh, we have a chance. Oh, the strikers today are Immobile, Chiesa, and Bernardeschi.
Well, oh, that's a no. It's not a penalty, but it's not a B squad. If you think Immobile, Chiesa, and
That is,
Bernardeschi.
that is true. It's not a B squad. It's not a B squad. But
It's,
the midfield is not maybe the typical midfield.
I can see Locatelli playing. No.
Yes, Locatelli in the middle. He's playing where Jorginho usually plays. Then you have Pellegrini. And who's the other midfielder? Can you see? Oh, Pessina.
Pessina and four defense with four or with three?
4.
Who's playing
So,
in the middle?
so I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I gotta check. I'm not sure. Toloi is playing. I think his debut. So we have a debut for Italy, a Brazilian player that got his citizenship this year. Actually, is playing. Toloi, you know Toloi from Atalanta, right?
Yeah, I know him. Hi, Joel. Thank you for being here. It's the moment.
Yes. Well, listen. Let's get into the topics for today, Lart. So today, Lart, we're going to look at these the players that performed in the AC Milan players that performed in Europe, and we're going to just look at what the reports say about these players. I want to go over, what you think about the game. Sampdoria, the Serie A is coming back, so a lot of action coming back. Okay, so are you ready to start, Lart?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's go to the intro, and I'll see you on the other side of the intro. Let's do it. Ole Milan! All right, Lart. So let's get started. Are you excited that Milan is back?
Oh man, I can't wait. The national break is international break is a bit boring.
You're not a big fan of the international breaks, huh?
No, man. I think they should play all together the same in 1 month. Deal with that. Get the qualifying done. And after that, that's it. And after that, you just go for. You can go for like at the end of the season when you know how all the players perform, and you kind of do some stuff like that. But let's see.
Right. Yes, and Ali, finally last week in international break. Yes, so we have a lot of things. The AC Milan players did pretty well. So I've been following a little bit, and specifically, let's start with a lower level, then let's go to the higher level, and then let's go to Sampdoria. So let's start with the under 21s. Italy's under 21 had a lot of Milan in it. Okay, so we had Gabbia, Tonali. All right, so we had these two players that are currently playing in Milan, but there was a lot of Milan. There was Cutrone, versus Colombo. Colombo also was in the team, and he played the last game. Italy won 4-0 against Slovenia. So now Italy finished the group second, and they're going to go to the quarterfinals. So a lot of Milan. Cutrone scored a Euro goal. Cutrone scored 2 goals, a penalty, and then he scored a goal from the midfield straight into the top corner, like a Messi kind of goal, but with the right foot. Just incredible.
Wow. What about how Colombo played? Did he play well?
What's up, Davide Romano? Italia not going far in the Euros. They look great, but I feel they will show. We will talk about that in a second, Davide Romano. How did they play? Colombo played the last 30 minutes of the game. So you didn't see much of him, but you did. Gabbia is a captain of the team. Okay, so that's also very good. And I was thinking about the Euro 21s, Larry. You know, we were talking. We had this podcast last week, and we were talking about how there's such a lack of talent. But I was thinking of the Euro. You know who is eligible for the Euro 21s?
Who?
Zaniolo, Keane, Chiesa. Calabria. I mean, just those players there. Those are big players, you know. So So we do have a lot of very good youngsters. But anyway, so Italy had Italy under 21 passed, and that's as far as Gabbia. Gabbia, you know, as a captain, he played well. He also played in the midfield. Gabbia played in the midfield because, as some people may know or not know, but Gabbia is born a midfielder, and in the Primavera he plays as a defender and as a midfielder. So in the game he started off in the defense in the center of the three, and then in the second half when they did some tactical changes, Gabbia played in the middle, and it was really interesting to see Gabbia play in the middle. It was the first time I saw him. It was very good. And then this is my opinion for you. I don't know if you know, Tonali stomped on a player in his first game, and he got suspended for 3 games. Straight red card, 3-game suspension. Any thoughts on that?
I think Pioli told him to do it so he can be fresh for the Serie A. That's my thought. Because 3 games is a lot, and I don't find. But a lot of people from that team got the red card. Last game they got like 3 red cards against Spain.
It's a disaster. It's a disaster.
Is Spain so good? I mean, I've seen some highlights of Spain.
Okay, I have some interesting stats. I have some interesting stats to talk about Spain. So Spain had scored a goal in the competitive matches under 21 for 32 games in a row. This game here against Italy was the only game after 32 games that they did not score a goal. So that says the Italy defense is still there. The tradition of the defense is still there. But yeah, this Euro 21 was a disaster. The first game, 2 red cards. And the second game, a red card. The third game, red card. In the third game, a player that got the red card in the first game got another red card. Like, they're all getting red cards. Wow. I don't know.
Who's the manager?
Nicolato.
Okay.
I think Italia will make it to the quarterfinals at the Euros, but they need to learn discipline. The first 5 red cards in 3 games. Yes, absolutely disgusting. How can you get 5 red cards in 3 games? But anyway, so as far as the Milan players of the under 21, very good except for Tonali, and Cutrone showed his class. Now, as far as the other players, Diaz seems to have been injured. He did not play the last game. Gian Mario, what's up? Gian Mario was our guest on Monday. Excellent Milanista, and hopefully he will be with us again soon.
Oh, if he wants to join us, I can send him a link if he has something interesting to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me know.
So let's go through some of these players now, if and see how they've done. So let's start with Çalhanoğlu. Okay. So Çalhanoğlu inspires Turkey. That's exactly what we want to hear as AC Milan fans. So Turkey was absolutely on fire. It was a brilliant night for Çalhanoğlu, who built on his goal in Florence by displaying his So he scored the decisive goal in Florence, and then for the national team against Turkey. Turkey beat Holland 4-2, which is a massive result. And in that game, Hakan they say he stole the show, scoring it. He provided an assist, and he scored a beautiful goal. Did you see his goal? Have you guys seen his goal?
No, I haven't seen a goal. I told you. I mean, I got the Çalhanoğlu goal against the Dutch team. So, but he's getting better. He's pretty sharp.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. And then the second game they played against Norway, and they won 3-0 against Haaland. So three big results for Çalhanoğlu. He was a key figure in both those games. So very good for Çalhanoğlu, guys. Hopefully this means that he'll be fit for Milan and we'll see him back in top shape. At least this is what the indications are. Diaz was in action for Spain's under-21s. He got an assist on the first game. Right, he got an assist for the first game. They won 1-0. But he did not play the last two games. He was on the bench for the last two games. I don't know if it's because he has an injury or what. So that's to be seen. And Krunic played 90 minutes against Finland for the 2-2 draw. And very interesting. Right now, Krunic is playing right now. And check this out. Guess where he's playing? What position?
Midfielder?
No.
Where he's playing?
He's playing as a striker.
What?
right next to Dzeko. He's playing as a striker right next to Dzeko. Very interesting.
Like a second striker. Okay.
Yeah. He's playing as a second striker right next to Dzeko. Exactly. Center forward.
Yeah.
Yes. So what are your thoughts on Çalhanoğlu?
I think he's getting better. He's more is the Çalhanoğlu of the first part of the season. So I see him fresh and not tired. So yeah, I think it's good to see him in this form because we need him for the last 10 games. It's gonna be like that's the position of our team that it's the most important probably to create chances. And if he's the Çalhanoğlu we know, it's gonna be a great end of the season. As we know, we need that 5 games to win to secure the 4th position. 5 or 4 games, which is not impossible. Yeah. And if you have a better Çalhanoğlu, it's gonna get it. I mean, my goal is to get the Champions League deal done by 25th of April. Which is in less than a month. So against Lazio, we win against Lazio and we are done with Champions League. That's it. Nice. Hopefully, that's it. And I can shave. Finally, I can shave.
Right. And you're gonna not shave until we have the Champions League qualifiers secured, right?
No, I'm gonna shave. I'm just kidding.
No. Grow it out. Actually, Laird, grow it out until we win the Champions League.
Hey, man, I have a life.
I'll do that too.
I'm not gonna say 5 years. 5 years without shaving. If I'm lucky.
Anyway, okay, good. So yes, these are very. Let's keep on going. So let's talk about Italy. So Italy, our only representative right now is Gigio Donnarumma. 2 clean sheets so far. Okay, and right now he has a clean sheet against Lithuania. So pretty good, pretty decent. something that we even spoke about on Monday when John here, our friend, was here, is that we won't see these renewals until the Champions League is secure. That's what they're waiting for.
Yes.
But anyway, so excellent news for Donnarumma. Let's look at the other players. So let me go to the other players here.
Have you seen any interesting player, any like young talent in these 3 games in general? Not just Italy, in general, all the
talking about
teams.
Well, I mean, I'm following mostly the under-21s Italian team and I'm following the national team. So I can't say that I've seen. It's not been the best of football. Okay, like even Italy, these 3 games, they've not been the best I've seen them play. But they're playing good football. Under-21s, they play nice football. They keep the ball, but they make so many fouls. It's just incredible. And then they scored an own goal against Czech Republic. So yeah, I can't tell you I saw any particular players. But I want to talk about Benacer because Benacer went for the international break and he played 1 game. So yesterday evening, Ismail Benacer played for Algeria for the first time since 16th of November 2020. Now, guys, remember that the way it works in Africa, if you win the Nations Cup, you're already qualified for the World Cup. So these games are more like friendlies. They're not super competitive. Anyway, after watching Algeria versus Zambia from the stands a few days ago, Isma returned to his midfield role against Botswana. He remained on the pitch until the 61st minute. So he got about an hour of game time. I hope he gets back with us at full fitness. Algeria secured a spot in the next... So what do you think about Benacer? What are you expecting?
Again, I was quite happy when I heard. Not happy, but it was like when I heard he's going for Algeria. I was like, okay, he can play some games and come back fit and ready to do the 90 minutes with the AC Milan. And that's something important because you need him now. You cannot wait another 2 games. And we are having some... I would say easy games. The next 4 games are pretty easy, not impossible. So they're important for us, and we're going to, if we win those, and we need Benacer in the field. You saw him against Fiorentina. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the game changed completely. We were attacking again with him in the pitch, so it's important.
Yeah, very true. If we can get the team back to its the way it was, like between September and October, after this break, that would be just perfect. Okay, so let's keep on going here. We got a few more. So during the heart of international break, it was a very positive Sunday for the RossonARI. 4 players were in action yesterday. Ibrahimovic had 2 assists, both of them with a heel. I don't know if you've seen them. Very high quality technical stuff from Ibra at 40 years old. Luckily, they only had 2 games. And by the way, for people that don't know, Spain tied against Greece and Sweden won both their games. So right now, Sweden is number 1 in their group and Spain is second. That's quite impressive.
Spain is struggling. It's weird.
Yeah, Spain. They barely won against Georgia. They scored a goal in the last minute against Georgia, a very beautiful, well-crafted goal, and then but they tied against Greece. So that's crazy. That's crazy.
And Italy has been unbeaten for a long time. Mancini's Italy.
Yeah, it's almost 2 years now. 2 years, but
usually
we haven't played.
Now that's a good sign for a team that is going for the European thing.
Yeah, it is. If we look at precedents, back in 2006, Marcello Lippi's side lost his first game against Norway, and then for 2 years straight, he never lost a game. And then he, up until the World Cup, he never lost a game all the way until he won the World Cup. So very interesting statistic. England is also unbeaten. Right now, England is looking very good. You know, right? You've been telling me too, correct?
England is the best team at the moment. I think they are going to win it. It will be fun to see the final, England against Italy.
Yeah. Right now, I think England has more talent than they had in a very long time. Anyway, let me keep on reading this. So, Zlatan, after his return to international football, put in another dazzling display. Sweden beat Kosovo by 3-0. He played 67 minutes, good. Provided a sublime backheel assist. Played the pass into the box for a double sweep. Okay, so Ibra, excellent. High scores. Gigio kept 2 clean sheets. We already spoke about that. Kjaer, he played only 25 minutes in the last game against Moldova, Denmark winning 8-0. And then Diego Dalot featured for Portugal against Ljubljana, which ended 2-0. Pierre Kalulu was unused substitute for the second game running. So Kalulu did not play. He was on the sub. He was a sub for both matches. Okay, so that pretty much gives us a good overview of how the Milan players are doing and how they did, which is all good stuff. It's all good stuff because this means that, you know, the players are looking good. They're going to come back motivated, and they want to earn that contract now. They want to earn that contract.
Oh, yes. So I'm just looking at some comments. So Joel is from Mexico, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
And I'm actually curious to know where everyone is from in this chat, just to see how their national team or which team they're supporting. I'm actually curious. And I know Lucas, usually he's from Portugal.
Lucas is Portuguese, right?
And I want to know if they have any name, like any new talent from their national team, or if they have seen anything interesting.
Yes, I'm curious to know also. Let's look at some of these comments so far and see what our friends are saying. Krunic is a versatile player. He needs to step up his game more. Yes, he is a versatile player. Right now, I've seen Krunic play as a defensive midfielder, as a mezzala, as a winger, and now as a striker. And as an attacking midfielder. He plays everywhere. He's going to become like Dragowski. Raiola is asking for 12 million in a year? For who? For Donnarumma? That's impossible. That's not going to happen. That's never going to happen. No. Demsgaard of Denmark, currently playing for Sampdoria, looks promising talent. He's only 20 years old.
Okay. But we're going to see him play against Milan. Because we're playing against Sampdoria.
Gotcha. I remember in November when Benacer played against my country and he scored an amazing goal. I couldn't be mad. It was so amazing. Nice. Well, who won the game, Joel? Who won the game?
I think Algeria won the game.
Spain is in first place. Spain in the World Cup qualifiers is not in first place. In the under 21, Spain is in first place in our group. Yes. Ali, Germany is in third place. Germany. I wonder. I haven't seen what Germany has been up to. They're leading 2-0 against Kosovo, 7 points, while Sweden will game on hand. Oh, okay. So Spain is playing today. I get what you're saying. So I get it. Yeah. How many times do England get San Marino in the group stages? They're good at qualifying, but crap in actual competitions. True. The World Cup qualifiers and the Euro Cup qualifiers, the teams you play against, the level is not great, you know. Let's look at it for a second. But Larry, tell us a little bit about this English team. I'm very curious to know.
Well,
And how do you compare it to Italy, the Italian team?
so the English team is quite strong, man. It's just every position they have two players, two top class players. So apart from the goalkeeper, I think the goalkeeper they have an average goalkeeper, a normal goalkeeper. But defensively, you can see as a right back they have Walker or Wan-Bissaka. Center back they have Stone, Maguire, and they can put other more center back defenders from the Premier League. Left, Luke Shaw is pretty good, and the midfield and the attacking part is just insane. Midfield, they have how you call the guy from West Ham, Declan Rice is insane. He's really good, and Anderson from Liverpool, and they have Phil Foden, Sterling, Mason Mount, Jack Grealish. Well, there is a lot of them. There's like the number is endless. I'm thinking about. Let me think a bit. Oh, they have as a striker Harry Kane. They are good. They are good. They have a lot of players. And
Did you say Rashford?
I forgot Rashford. Good one, Rashford. And what else? I mean, there are a lot. They can do two squad if they want. Of course, it's not always the best team that wins the competition, and it's just 13 games, so you don't need 22 players to win. No, sorry, it's just 7 games or 8 games, something like that. So you don't need like 22 players to win that competition. You need probably 15 solid players. But the fact they have so many players is gonna help them the turnover. So because you play every 3 days in the summer when it's really hot and recovery fatigue, it's really hard to get it in right in 3 days. So you have more players than other national teams, and they are a great group. They are really friends with each other. I remember some interviews from Rio Ferdinand saying during their East period the English team was really strong, but they used to hate each other because the players from Manchester United they hate the players from Liverpool, from Chelsea with Arsenal there was 8, Tottenham with Arsenal, so they didn't even speak with each other. They were like kind of not cooperating and playing as a group. And we know if you want to win a competition like this, you need to be a solid group. You need to love each other and care about each other and win together, like Italy in 2006 and all the other teams they won.
Yeah, I've been watching them, and they look good. And I usually look at their stats. The stats that I look at the most by the end of a group stage qualifier is usually the goals against and goals for. And right now, look, goals against is 0, 7 goals for. That's pretty good. Those are good numbers. And look, Albania is in the group stages against England. Do you support Albania, the national team? Do you follow? Or
Yeah. I mean, I don't follow a lot the national teams. Even Italy, I follow when it's the Euro, but during this, it's really hard to keep up. But I follow Albania, and I'm really happy if they do great, like Italy as well. I love Albania to qualify for a World Cup. I think it's possible this time. I think this time is possible because Poland lost Lewandowski and they are losing against England now.
What do you mean they lost Lewandowski?
He got injured for 4 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, but this is a 2-year. This is a 2-year process.
Yeah, but you can get injured again. If you're so reliable from one player, or and he's playing always in big competitions, so he always needs to be fresh, and he's not always like this. And another thing is he's 33, Lewandowski, so he's not getting younger. It's hard. Hungary is a good team, but it's not impossible to beat or to draw. So Albania has a good chance this time. Let's see. But England is unbeatable. England is really good.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Something here, and since we're talking about international stuff, and Davide Romano, he had an opinion earlier, and I want to know what you think. Italy not going far in the Euros. They look great, but I feel they will choke. So Euros are happening. Okay, so this is basically how it's going to happen. As soon as the leagues are over, the under 21s is going to go into the next stages. The first few weeks is going to be under 21 Euros, and then the national team Euros. So predictions. What do you guys think in the chat? Also, you guys, who do you think is going to win? Where do you think your team is going to get? And how do you think Italy is going to do?
I think Italy, if he has Zaniolo, is gonna go far. Zaniolo I'm talking about for the first team, not the under 21. Under 21, I don't think Italy is going to win. But for the first team, if Zaniolo is looking good and his injury is not anymore there, I think Italy is gonna be the team that can win the competition, because the player. Yeah, the proper dark horse, the one that no one thinks is going to win it, but when it goes to the quarterfinal, semifinal, it's going to be a loose cannon. And it's going to be like no one wants to play against Italy, because they're going to be really defensive, counter-attacking, keeping the ball properly. And it gets scary. All the national teams where they play in a semifinal against Italy, they start to get scary, even if they play well. Yeah. So it's interesting.
Well, speaking of Italy, Sensi, Inter's midfielder, just scored a goal. Beautiful shot from outside the box into the bottom corner. So Italy right now winning 1-0. Yeah, I think there are 5 teams, 6 teams. I mean, Germany is probably in front of Italy. England is in front of Italy. France is in front of Italy. Spain is in front of Italy. Maybe Belgium is in front of Italy. Am I missing anybody?
Germany, you said?
Yeah, Germany. So it'll be tough. I'm not expecting Italy to.
But the way is built the competition, you're never gonna play against all of them.
Right. Yeah.
And if you are good, you're gonna play with one of them in the group, no? And maybe another one in the quarterfinal. So I think some of them are gonna just kill each other. If France kills France and Germany kills each other, or France and England kills each other, you have just one team to beat at the end, 1 or 2.
Yeah, and a lack of a draw is a big one too, especially in those quarterfinals, semifinals. Because let's remember in 2006. When Italy won in 2006, I mean, they got pretty lucky, because after the group stages, they had Australia, then they had Ukraine. You know, those 2 teams at the time were pretty easy for Italy to win. But then they got Germany and then France. Okay, let's keep on looking at some of these comments. Necklord says, guys, give a shout out for the women's Milan team. Thrash Inter 4-1. Valentina Gincinti is amazing.
Wow.
Nice. Well, shout out to the women's Milan team. Congratulations. I was looking at the headlines. I was following it. That's great. That's great. Even the women are killing it.
Oh, someone in the comment was talking about the BMW deal. AC Milan is just started to have. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what do you know about it, Lark?
So numbers are not available at the moment. So how much BMW is going to pay? We know it's a 5 years deal.
Yeah.
So it's an important deal. It means they believe in the AC Milan brand. I don't remember last time BMW had a deal with the football team in Serie A.
What is the? What? Yeah, go ahead.
So no, I just want to say that we had the Audi before, and Juventus always had the Jeep or Fiat, depends, or Alfa Romeo is the brand of the family.
Yeah.
And the Inter had Volvo one period.
Right.
But I never remember BMW being in the football world.
Yeah, I mean BMW is one of the most popular brands in the automotive industry. So I mean, it can only be a good thing. Let me read here. Let me see what it says. AC Milan and BMW are delighted to announce a new multi-year partnership, which will see the Italian branch of the German premium automobile manufacturer become the RossonARI's new automotive partner and premium partner. So just to be clear, is this going to become the new sponsor? So the shirts will have BMW, or am I?
No, no, no. I don't think it's gonna be the, as he called the sponsor, the main sponsor. So probably is a sponsor like they had during the period they had Audi. So when they do interviews and everything, you see the brand in the back, like all the other sponsors. And players that are going to drive a BMW when they go to the training or when they go to a match, so people see those cars. And what else? So it's gonna be probably I want to say something like 100 million deal for 5 years, something like that.
That BMW is paying Milan.
Yeah, I think it's going to pay something like that. Plus, they're gonna give cars to all the stuff and all the. I don't think.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna pay a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It
So
seems to be something like, for example, when you have the BMW commercial, you probably see AC Milan related stuff, right?
yeah, they're gonna do some commercial with their players, maybe something on social media. They're gonna do stuff like
Gotcha.
that because depends on if Zlatan Ibrahimovic is in the team. 40 million 40 million people following him on Instagram. Him driving a BMW is a different thing. If Donnarumma with 1 million followers drives a BMW, no one cares. So that's the thing.
Right.
Let's see.
So you think this is going to be a positive partnership?
I think it's gonna be a positive partnership, and considering how social media works, maybe they're gonna give money to AC Milan to purchase big player or well-known players, so they can use that thing in their favor. So they need big names now to play AC Milan. They don't want random people to drive their cars.
Hey,
So
if it brings popularity and it brings traffic towards the branch, great. All right. Cordova, Joel says, is a good player, but the team he plays for in Mexico are asking for 15-12 million, which makes no sense for me. He should be sold for no more than 10 million. Okay, so Cordova is an interesting Mexican player right now. Keep that in mind. What do you guys think about the new sponsorship with BMW? We just looked at that. Us in Algeria, you got Drew 2-2. Brahim says England overrated team. I don't know if this time they're overrated.
They've always been overrated because they always had a great team and never performed. This time it feels like the same, but I feel like they are more a solid group this time. They are more they're fighting together. So maybe they're not going to win it, but semi-final, final is something that's going to happen probably.
I think either France or England will win the Euros, Joel says. Necklord says Belgium have a great team, but average manager. Isn't the manager the guy that is always on TV? Martinez, Roberto Martinez?
I don't know.
I believe that's who the manager is. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was thinking about Belgium. Belgium as a player, Januzaj, and he used to be golden, I would say, really talented young player for Manchester United. I'm talking about 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Okay. And he's playing in Spain at the moment, and I don't think he's going to renew his contract. I think that could be a great solution for AC Milan. Because he's really talented, and he's 26. He's still really young. He's in a Belgium national team, and he can play on the right side instead of Castillejo.
Ah, all right. Yeah, Belgium. I mean, Belgium has a really good squad, no doubt. Esborn says Italy are also one of the favorites if they continue to go on with this form. They have kept clean sheets for the last 6 games. That is a big factor. The clean sheets is a big factor of seeing how a team will do. I gotta say, as far as Italy goes, this is probably some of the best football I've seen Italy play. This style of football that they're playing, but I don't think it's very even close to being one of the better teams we've seen in the past, as far as the players go.
Yeah.
We're talking about Ilicic.
Nah, it's newspapers are talking about that. I don't think
Ilicic, Ilicic to AC Milan, I wouldn't mind.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. Just my opinion. I don't think Atalanta is going in Champions League. He's gonna go top 4. Why they should sell Ilicic? And another thing, why you should go for Ilicic? He's 31. Is like no.
Well, he's a Russian, right? He plays for the Russian national team. Yes, I think what you said there is the key. They're going to go in the Champions League, so I don't think it's going to be. They're going to be one of the teams that is going to be more difficult to get players if they go to the Champions League.
He's from Slovenia, not from Russia. Ilicic.
Are you sure? Because I didn't. No. He wasn't in the team yesterday. I'm sure I saw his name on the Russian national team. I saw Slovenia play the other day. I did not see Ilicic. Yeah.
He's Slovenian. He's a Slovenian football player. I'm checking right now.
And does he play for the Slovenian national team?
Maybe he is injured or he has some problem. He didn't go.
Does it say he plays for the Slovenian national team?
I can tell you. I can see him with the.
Okay, so
with
maybe
Slovenian.
He's Slovenian. Yeah. Okay, so I would get Ilicic if the opportunity arose. He's excellent. I mean, the way he cuts in from the right is fantastic. He has a lot of problems though, psychological issues, and Gasperini subs him in and then subs him out in the same game.
Yeah, he's a great talent. I think he's a great talent, but I don't think he's the right fit for AC Milan.
No. I told you who I want on the right. I want Berardi on the right. Look, Berardi for me is a perfect profile. He's a captain of. Isn't he the captain of Sassuolo? He is, right? I believe.
I don't know. Locatelli sometimes is the captain as well. I don't know. Sometimes Berardi depends who's playing, probably.
Right. I think he is. He's ready. He needs to make. If he wants to spend his rest of his career at Sassuolo, then you know what? Fuck him. Then I don't give a fuck. He's a piece of shit because you're an asshole. Because you're a talented player, you have the opportunity to go to a big team. Why would you spend the rest of your career fighting for the 10th place? I don't understand this about some of these players. Why they do that?
But to be fair, his personality is not a great personality. To be fair, he's not a.
Yeah, I've heard that. I definitely heard that. He's got like disciplinary issues, right?
Yeah, it's not how can I say? He's not a hard work player.
You don't think he's a hard worker? I think he's a hard worker.
No, he's he doesn't train properly and stuff like that.
That's what I heard. I heard that he has this, that sometimes he can get a little bit lazy. So they've compared him to Balotelli a little bit, and some of his. But I think he's ready. I would give him the chance. I would. Yeah. Okay, let's look at let's go to Sampdoria. Let's see what we think. What about Orsolini? What do you think about Orsolini?
I don't know him. And I don't know. I think like it's time to go for the sure thing. We did a lot of bad Like we bet on Kier and it went well. We bet on Donnarumma after 5 years and it's going well. Calabria, we kept him and he's going well. We bet on Theo Hernandez 20 million and he went well. I don't think keep betting is gonna go well. At a certain point, you're gonna get that player that is not gonna perform.
I argue that Berardi is not a bet.
Ooh, no.
I don't think Berardi is a bet.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, I even look at him in the national team. He scored 3 goals in 3 games. You know, he's a guy that can give us 10 goals per season, a bunch of assists, and also it's also about like realistic targets. You know, that's the thing. If we were already 1 year in the Champions League, then maybe my profiles I'd be choosing would be slightly higher. I think Berardi is a realistic target. Anyway, Serie A against Sampdoria. Any opinions? What do you expect?
I'm expecting to win. That's the only thing I'm expecting. I want to win that game. I want to win. We have basically the full squad available. Çalhanoğlu is going to play. Ibrahimovic is going to play. Theo Hernandez, maybe Kalulu on the right. Tomori is fresh. He's rested 10 days. Kier, I don't know this condition, but should be fresh. Better than he was in the winter when he was getting injured every week.
Yes.
So I'm expecting a great performance. KC, I don't think he gave everything with his national team, so it should be a bit rested.
Oh, right.
Even in his mind.
Didn't look.
Even in his mind, just having a break from the pressure of the Serie A and the winning every time. So, and Benacer is feeling better. Tonali didn't play, so I think all the team is ready. Selemaker, I don't think he played a lot. And
Selemaker didn't play. Right.
Cassier is fresh. Rebic is ready, coming back. I think we have to win.
And Rebic is also, they were able to get 1 game out of his suspension, correct? So he's available for the Sampdoria game.
Yeah. I'm looking at some Berardi stats.
Yeah.
And just curious. He's done 11 goals this season. I don't know if I can.
That's great.
Let me try. I don't know if it's the right year because I want to just double check if it's this year. I think it's total. Yeah, 21 games should be this year. I'll share. Let me see. 1 second. Okay, share screen. Can you see it?
Yep.
So we have. He played 75 minutes FIFA World Cup, and he did a goal. I don't know what is that. Serie A.
He scored. He scored a beautiful goal, actually. Beautiful goal.
In the late few years ago in the World Cup.
No. He scored. It's referring to FIFA World Cup qualifiers.
Okay, so
he played this.
Okay, so basically Serie A has done 11 goals and 4 assists. So it's not bad. This season. Yeah, this season.
Yeah.
And
right winger. Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, friendly. I mean, it's let me see other seasons if you can see. Oh yeah, you can see all the average how he did with the Sassuolo Torino. He scored 2 goals. He scored with the Northern Ireland. He scored with Napoli 1 goal, 3-3. And Sassuolo, Crotone. Yeah, you need to see latest match. Let me see if I can see all the. You can see all the games. it is done. So yeah, it gets a lot of yellow cards.
Yeah, he gets a lot of. Yeah. Does it have a price? Does it have a transfer market price? Does that website show that by any chance?
Doesn't show that, but I can check for you. The transfer market is here. So what we have here? Yeah, 22 games, 11 goals. So he's right, and 5 assists. Where is the price in transfer market? It doesn't say any price. 27 million is here. Sorry, I didn't see it. 27 million pounds. So it's 30 million. It's 30 million.
30 million. How old is he?
Yeah. He's 26 years old.
Yeah, that's a great price for like in England. If Berardi played in England, he'd cost like 70 million. They should do it. They should do it. Maldini, listen to me. Do it.
30 million is the transfer market. You never know how much they're gonna ask. They can ask more. They can ask less. Depends on the player.
And they don't have to all pay it in one rate either. They can have deals where they pay 10 million 1 year, 10 million 1 year, 10 million every year. But I think he'd be an excellent profile.
The only concern I have about Berardi is everyone has been talking about him for the last 5 years about like when he's moving to a big team, and he never did that. So there is something behind. There is something we don't know, that big teams don't invest in him because he has an issue, like behavior or something like that. I don't know, because he's always been pulling up a lot of great numbers.
Right. He was supposed to go to Napoli. It was almost a done deal under Sarri. But he chose not to do it. He chose, and he didn't go. But because he said he wasn't ready for the pressure. But come on, man. What the hell? Now is your time. Now is the time. Isborn says we should at least try to collect all 15 points, considering they're all against mid-table and bottom-table teams, except Lazio. So the next 5 games are all against mid-table teams.
Yeah.
Alberto Bolus says Sassuolo are asking 40 million, but they won't get that from anywhere. 30 million. Yeah, 30 million sounds about right. 30 million is fair, or 27 plus bonuses. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, but the problem is if it does 5 goals in the Euros with Italy, and it brings the try to get it for 30 million, maybe people are gonna pay 50 million for him. So you never know.
Euros are big. That's true. Yeah, the Euros are kind of in the way. All right, let's just look at the table right now. Let's see what's going on in Serie A. Inter first with 1 game less, 65 points. They're playing against Sassuolo, right? Yeah, against Sassuolo.
No, I think
Milan second.
The game was postponed. It's not Sassuolo. I don't think they're playing against Sassuolo.
I mean the postponed game was against Sassuolo, I think. Milan 52nd, still second. Look, Juventus is playing against Torino. Most likely Juventus is going to win just by going, So if they win, they're going to be 1 point behind us. Lart, are we supposed to get worried?
No, because it's not sure Juventus is going to win against Torino.
Right.
I don't think.
Come on.
No, it's a difficult game for Juventus. They didn't win against Benevento. I don't know if they're going to win against Torino. It's a derby, remember? It's a city derby.
Right, it's a derby. And I got to say something about Juventus that's making me think of South American football. Bentancur. I was watching the highlights of the South American qualifiers, and Brazil scored like 1,000,000 goals. By the way, they scored like they won 5-0, 6-0. So Brazil is always Brazil. Argentina looks really poor. I gotta say, they look like a normal team. Uruguay looked really good. Uruguay looks really good.
Yeah.
It's incredible that small country with 3 million people can produce such incredible football. But they're looking really good. Anyway, so Sampdoria is 10th. Ranieri, they come off a win, but prior to that win, their form has been pretty poor. We come off a win, a loss, a win, a draw, and another win. So, yeah, I mean, I'm expecting to see Milan at full swing because all our players are back.
It's interesting to see the approach, the mentality they're gonna have for that game. We're going to play before Inter and Juventus. We start at 11:30 in London, so it's 12:30 in Italy in the morning.
Saturday, right? Or
Saturday. So it's going to be by 2 p.m. We know if we won or not. Inter and Juventus are going to play after. So if we win, Inter is 3 points far from us. So they have to win against Bologna. And I want to see how Inter is going to deal with that pressure. If it's going to be... But we have to win. We have to win. And Napoli is playing against Crotone, Roma against Sassuolo. So I see like all the big teams that are trying to go top 4, they are all going to win. So we have to win this game. It's really important.
Yeah, this is a must win. What are your predict the starting 11? Let's see if you get it right. I'm putting you on the spot right now.
Kalulu on the right.
What?
Okay. Kalulu defend. Donnarumma goalkeeper. Kalulu on the right.
Yeah.
Kier, Tomori, Theo Hernandez on the left. Holding midfielder, I would say Kessie and Benacer. Çalhanoğlu.
You think Benacer is going to start?
Yeah, Benacer is going to start. Çalhanoğlu as attacking midfielder. On the right, Selemaker. On the left, Rebic, I think, is going to start. Or Krunic. Rebic or Krunic, but I think Rebic is going to start. And Ibrahimovic, striker. So the full squad for the first time. The full squad.
I think we have a full squad. Hey guys, I called it. I called it 2 weeks ago, guys. You can go back to our podcast 2 or 3 weeks ago. I told you that in April we're going to have the full squad back, and Inter is going to start losing players. I think Inter is going to start losing players. We're going to win the Scudetto.
Inter losing players, I don't know. The bad season is gone. Usually you get a lot of injury with cold and winter and, tough games. You don't get bad injuries in April when it's sunny in Italy and the grass is perfect. You don't get even tired playing football.
This is the final stretch because there's no more international breaks. This is it. This is the final stretch. This is the last round. So Milan now, we need the full squad now more than ever. I just have one more news item to share here, just to see what the Milan guys were doing. I just saw this, which was pretty cool. A training report. Where is it? Okay, so speed and a game at Milan. National team engagements winding down. Team still working towards Sampdoria. A warm, sunny day greeted the team at Milanello the morning at training, still in reduced numbers, with Paolo Maldini and Frederic Massara lending a hand. Interesting. The players activated their muscles in the gym before heading out onto the pitch, where the group continued to warm up with a series of exercises on speed. The squad, the players from Primavera mixed in, then played a training game with 2 halves of 30 minutes on a reduced pitch. So it seems like they worked on speed, just gym. Yeah, so the whole team is ready. The whole team is back. And I think it's going to be a very interesting final round of the season.
Yeah, I'm my whole hope is that teams, they need to get, they need to save from relegation. They're going to pull out some great performances against big teams to make the Serie A exciting. And on the other side, small teams, they don't have nothing to lose. They play usually better when they don't have nothing to lose, because they just attack young players. They want to show off a bit more, so they get sold and everything like that. I just want winning the league is a dream, but I want Inter, if they have to win it, I want them to win it the last game of the season. That's the only thing. I want them to struggle.
Push them till the end.
Yeah, exactly. That's my own, or at least something like that. Yeah. I don't want them to win it 5 games before the league ends.
Yep. Esborn says, for right wing, I would like to see Jonathan Icone. He's perfect fit and only 21 years old. Do you know who Icone is?
I think he plays for Lille.
Look, the French youngsters are very interesting. So anyone coming from France right now is absolutely, like a safe bet, I would say. Esborn also says it's going to be an interesting finish to the Serie A, as all the top 6 teams are out of Europe except Roma. So every game is a must-win. If we slip in a single or 2 games, yes, that is true. One little slip and things can look very ugly for us, huh?
Probably. Right. It's our main, as I say, Napoli is the first one who can get our position, because Atalanta and Juventus are already on the top 4. Napoli is aiming to get inside the top 4. And Napoli, if they want to get inside the top 4, they need to win against Juventus, they need to win against Atalanta, they need to win against Inter, which is not easy. It's going to be complicated for them.
Right. Yeah. I hope Napoli makes it in the top 4, and I hope Atalanta doesn't, because I want the top 4 for the Serie A, because the Serie A is suffering so much. I would like to see Juve, Inter, Milan in the Champions League, and Napoli. That would be my 4th choice. Atalanta, to me, is a team that does not, I don't know, they don't give me that much confidence in Europe, to be honest with you, even though they play probably the best football out of all the Italian teams in Europe. Alberto Ballo says Sampdoria is not easy. They have potential to score goals, but defense is shit.
Yeah, hopefully defense is shit. Hopefully. Because Ibra is good.
Yeah, so if we look at this, let's look at the goals. Let's go to the goal stats for Sampdoria. Okay, so by the way, something that I also want to look at is the goal difference and goals for. So Inter 65 goals and Juventus and Atalanta 65 goals. So the 2 teams that have scored the most. And then you have Juventus at 54, Napoli 58. So the most proficient attacks are Atalanta, Inter, and Napoli. Milan is at 53, but this one is the one that I look at the most, because this one is the one that counts the most in Italy, the goals against. And look, Juventus still has the best defense regardless of their position. But not by much. Then you have Inter at 26 goals against, Milan 33 goals against. So Milan not the best defense there. Sampdoria has 30. Wow. So Sampdoria has 38 goals for, 42 goals against. So Sampdoria has received more goals than they scored. Not good at all. Not good at all for them. Anyway, Sampdoria is. Let's see what Joga Benito says. Our only chance of winning Scudetto is winning Juve Derby. I think
What
if
do you
we have
mean?
the full squad, we can win against Juve. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
because Juve is bad, man. Juve is bad. I'm not worried about Juve. Juve is gonna be a game that easily, of course, you can lose, like you can lose any game, but it's not such a complicated game. I think we are a better squad. We play better football than Juventus. We are more solid, and we kind of are more organized than them as well in a single thing. So Juventus is the last problem. And another thing, Juventus we are playing after 7 games. So we're gonna play 7 games before we play against Juventus. So
Right.
I hope I'm already on top 4 at that point. So I'm not worried about what result I'm gonna get with Juventus because top 4 is done. And
Yeah.
what Luca is saying, because
Lucas is saying, what do you mean, Laird? We're above Atalanta and Juve. Plus, Juve and Atalanta have a higher chance of losing the Champions League.
yeah, I agree with him. That's what I say. I think the only issue we have on all the squads in the top 4, the only issue we have, they have it with Napoli. And Napoli is going to get the position or to Atalanta or to Juventus or to Milan. And I think Milan is the best of the 3. You know what I mean, Roy? Do you get my...
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah. No,
we are
I understand.
in a great
I
position.
understood what you were saying. I think Milan
So
is in a better position too. I agree with you. Alberto says, I guess he's saying this to me. You don't watch football if you think Atalanta is not for Europe. No offense. Well, look, I acknowledge. I know that Atalanta plays. I mean, we just saw the stats right there. Atalanta plays the most offensive football in Italy, and in Europe they have beaten big teams. But I just think that the club, they don't have the tradition, and right now Italy just needs clubs that are going to go to Europe and take Europe seriously. They're going to invest. Napoli is going to invest. They're going to spend money to buy players. And if they get into Europe, Juventus is going to spend money to get players. Milan, we know Milan. Inter is going to do the same. Atalanta is going to get these players that are half bets, half what, and then they're, I don't want Atalanta in Europe. I want Atalanta in the Europa League. I don't want them in the Champions League.
I agree with you, Roy. You're completely right. Napoli is almost 2 million people city, and they love the team, and they go always to the stadium. So Napoli has a potential of growing and getting big players and trying to be to get a great Champions League and try to win the Serie A. And it's important for the Serie A to grow as a league. Atalanta is always going to get the money of the Champions League, try to do their best, and that's it. Never going to spend a lot of money on football players, never going to spend a lot of money. The city is small. They're not getting bigger than that. So that's the limit. Europa League is a great reality for them. They can always win the Europa League. It's like a Sevilla. They can always compete, play great football, and win the Europa League.
You said it perfectly. You said it perfectly. Atalanta could be Italy's Sevilla because they could do it. They have the talent and they can do it. But yeah, what you said is exactly how I feel. Okay. Lucas Amaba says, I think Roma play better football than Atalanta. Man, Roma cannot freaking win a game against the big teams. Huh? What is going on with them?
Maybe they play good football, but they are not solid. Sometimes you need to combine the both things. You need to play, well, and be exciting football to watch, but on the other side, you need to be solid and don't get goal in any time. So I still think Atalanta plays better than Roma for the simple reason that they are more solid as a team as well. Just another thing.
Right. Yeah, Roma is our only hope as far as Italian football goes in Europe. Hopefully, they can go far in the Europa League. We analyze the teams in the Europa League the other day. It's not like they're facing huge competition, so they have a chance. They have a chance. Atalanta is like a lucky draw team. Let's see. Alberto Baldo says the world goes on. Atalanta plays more European football than Inter or Juventus, and that is true. They do. They do play better, more European football. But would Lukaku, would Eriksen, would Lautaro, would Barella, Perisic, Brozovic, would they ever go and play for Atalanta? No, they wouldn't. If Atalanta goes to the Champions League, who are they going to buy? Because we've seen them how they did against Real Madrid. If you want to go far in the Champions League, you have to beat Real Madrid. You have to beat Barcelona. You have to beat Bayern. I think Milan, Inter, and Juventus can beat those teams, especially Milan. I don't think Atalanta can beat those teams in the later stages. I think Napoli has a better chance.
And the fact,
of course.
No, it's you're right. And the fact that Atalanta plays European football doesn't mean okay, Atalanta should go in Champions League. It means Inter and Juventus, they need to play better. They need to play better. Atalanta is not a team that actually drags an entire country to get a better league. If Milan, Inter, Juventus, Napoli, they play good football, European football, they drag an entire league. They buy great players. It's just a different environment after, and that's not healthy for the league. It's a fact. We've seen Atalanta the last 3 years being there, and the league is not being appealing as a market, I would say.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. I recommend you start watching Balbo TV on Twitch because I understand what you're saying, and I do watch them, and I know they talk a lot about Atalanta and this and that, but I mean, okay, Muriel is probably going to leave. So who's going to be the next Muriel? A lot of Atalanta's goals come after Muriel comes in. Muriel is going to leave. Papu Gomez left. And some of these players are going to leave. Is Atalanta going to renew the team? Does Atalanta have the same ability to renew the team? I understand what Bobo Vieri and all these guys are saying about Atalanta. I get it. Atalanta this, Atalanta that, Gasperini this, Gasperini. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. You have to have it. Has to be in your culture. It has to be in your DNA. It has to be in your tradition. When you go to Europe and you play against Barcelona, against Madrid, you have to go there with a fucking knife in between your teeth, showing them that you're going to kick their ass. Traditionally, who can do that in Italy? It's just Milan, really. It's just Milan from a consistent point of view. I'm not arguing the quality of Atalanta. I'm arguing that Atalanta doesn't have a tradition. And to me, I would just prefer Napoli instead of Atalanta or Roma. But if Atalanta are the fourth choice and we end up in Europe with Milan, Inter, and Juventus, I mean, I'll be happy with that. I'm
with you, man. It's and I don't care what I watch Bobo TV and all these things, and if Atalanta plays great football and goes to the top 4, that's perfect. Is like I applaud them and they deserve it. But looking at the league and what is important for the league and for Italian teams to go in Champions League, you need a team, as you say, like Napoli or Roma to go there. You need these type of teams because they can invest, they can build a team and they can do something. But for sure, they need to do something better. Clearly, Atalanta is doing better than them, so they need to change. AC Milan was doing really bad the previous year. Now they changed. They're doing well. And AC Milan has the potential to go and in 3 years probably try to win the Champions League because it's AC Milan. Atalanta, if he plays with that football, with the money of the Champions League and everything, is never going to win the Champions League. He's never going to go there. And I'm sorry, that's a fact.
Yeah. I think this honeymoon phase that Atalanta is going through is going to start fading. I remember, you know who Atalanta reminds me of? It reminds me of Udinese when Di Natale was in Udinese, when they made the Champions League, and they were kind of like a fairy tale kind of story. But then after that, what happened to Udinese? They're back where they usually are. Same thing with Atalanta. Once Gasperini leaves, Atalanta is back to being a mid-table club. Yes, I agree. Let's see. Ali says, I agree with you guys. For Serie A sake, the big clubs have to prepare. Atalanta and Lazio have done nothing good for the Serie A. Yeah. Alberto Balus, RB Leipzig is an example of DNA. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, exactly. Can you explain a bit better? Yeah.
Mohamed Kasim says, I agree. Serie A don't need Atalanta. We need the big teams, Inter, Milan, Juve, and Roma. Yeah, it's these teams. It's Inter, Milan, Juve, Roma, and Napoli. It's those are the 5 teams that can make the step. Anyway, we're going to close in a few minutes here, but let's keep on going. RB Leipzig struggled to score in 2 legs against Liverpool. Who's in poor form? So what's the DNA?
Yeah.
Did Leipzig has they have the coach that was supposed to come to AC Milan, right? Ragnak.
They used to have it, I think.
They don't have. No, they have an American coach. The American coach right now. Right. Yeah. That's right. I mean, Leipzig. I mean, in Germany, the only team that has DNA is Dortmund and Bayern, and then you have Hamburg. Hamburg won against Juventus in '83. I think those are the only 3 teams that won the Champions. No, Dortmund has never won a Champions League. I don't think they have.
Macedonia is about to beat Germany.
No way! You're joking me. You're joking. Are you joking?
Wow. I'm not sure, man.
Oh, Mike Astor. Mike Astor. Hold on. Before Mike Astor, we're going to go to that. Do you think Romagnoli will leave? I absolutely don't think he will leave. I think they will settle for around 4 million, 3 million and a half, and he will stay.
He is already getting 3 million and a half.
Oh, okay. So it's probably going to go to 4 million. I don't think he's going to get 6 million. I don't think. Sorry, Laird, before you go, I want to say this thing. All these players that want all this money, if you want this money, you got to get us to the Champions League, because with the Champions League, the team can pay you that money. So, stop asking for money and start winning games. Finish the season and then see what happens. Anyway, yes, Mike Astor. Okay, guys, Italy scored a second goal. Immobile just scored a second goal. So the game is over. Italy wins 0-2 on a penalty. And excellent news for Donnarumma, the Italy goalkeeper. 3 games, 3 clean sheets. Excellent for him. And this is the news of the day, I would say. Macedonia about to beat Germany. Incredible. Now they can go down this weekend and beat Bayern, the champions right now. Who knows? Yeah. Leipzig has a very interesting attacking midfielder that Milan has been looking at. If Alberto, if you know his name, please remind us, or if you do, Larry.
By the way, going back to the Bobo TV, they were saying that Germany was such a great team and such a great generation, and they're going to win everything. And see how football is different from when you analyze it on paper.
Correct.
So it's just different. Nothing is sure. What you were saying about the players playing with Leipzig, RB Leipzig?
There's an attacking midfielder that plays in Leipzig is very interesting. Milan we're looking at him in the
Is the Hungarian one?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, he moves from the other Red Bull team to RB Leipzig.
Yeah. All right, let's read a few more. Pete T says Milan has the best Champions League history in Italy, but we're going to need a much better squad than what we have now if we're going to compete in that competition. Yes, of course. I say Berardi, Belotti, whatever. But the players, the foundation we have right now is excellent.
We have a lot of good players. 80% of the squad is done, I will say.
Yeah, right.
We need just that good 20%, that makes all the difference.
Yeah. Joga Benito says should we sell Leao if an offer of 30 million comes around? Yes, I would. 30 million. Well, it depends who we get. Direttore Sportivo Laert, what would you do?
No, I'll keep Leao. I'll keep him. I'll keep him another year. I mean, he's been with AC Milan 1 year and a half, no? And he's 21, so no, it's too early. I'll keep him. I'll keep him another 2 years.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, all Diaz, Leao. Yeah,
takes time.
It takes a little bit of time. Joel, they have Isborn, RP Lidspeed coach is only. Yeah, he's the American guy. Holy shit, Macedonian beating Germany. Yes, that is definitely a holy shit kind of moment. That's good for them. Pandev and Elma scored for North Macedonia. That's amazing.
Pandev, 37 years old.
Incredible. Hey, an Italian connection right there. Elmas too. That's incredible that they're still going on there like that. Have Inter now paid the wages they owe their players?
No, they asked me some money, but I don't have a lot, so I don't think they're going to pay the wages of their player. I think they're going to sell Lukaku this summer.
You think so?
I'm almost 100% sure, 99%.
So you're saying here on March 31st, 2021, Inter is selling Lukaku in the transfer market.
Yeah, Lukaku is going in Premier League again.
Which team?
Maybe Chelsea. Wow. Chelsea or Manchester City.
Man, if Inter sell Lukaku, then Inter, fuck them. We don't need them in the Champions League. Then we can keep Atalanta in the Champions League.
They can pay their players after. They can pay the wages and everything.
Well, Pete T, who said Belotti and Berardi to Milan next season will have a great team. The rest of the team is fine. Yes, I 100% agree. Pete T. Before Milan were on Forsberg. Now they're on Amadou Haidara of Leipzig. Okay, yes. And there was another one too. Leipzig has a lot of interesting talent. Anyway, Lart, let's do our predictions. What do you think the score is going to be, or the game is going to go against Sampdoria?
I'll say 3-0 for AC Milan.
Wow. 3-0 for AC Milan. Goal scorers?
Ibrahimovic, Çalhanoğlu.
Nice. I'll take it one step further. I'll say 4-1. 4-1. Rebic, Ibra, Kessie penalty.
Well, I would love a 1-0 Kessie penalty. That one is lovely as well.
Nice. Yes. That would be amazing.
5-1. Somebody's saying that's nice.
I like people are confident. Lukaku's situation depends on which team can get Haaland. The ones which Haaland rejected, those clubs will go for Lukaku. That's a good assessment. That's a good assessment.
Before we close this, I will probably next podcast, Monday, we do a podcast, Let's Talk Football. We should talk about what Raiola said on an interview. He said, I don't care about Manchester United. I don't depend on them. And I don't care if they don't want any of my players. I can always do my business. And another thing he said is like even my 5 years old nephew can find a team for Pogba this summer. So it's easy to move from another. And
He said that?
Yeah, he said that. And he said everyone knows my relationship with Guardiola. I really don't like him as a person.
Of course, because of Ibra.
Exactly. So I don't know if Haaland is going to Man City or United. I think he's going to London, or Liverpool.
He could come into Italy, maybe too.
Or he can go for AC Milan as well.
Yeah, because Raiola's probably best relationship he has is with Milan, right? What other teams do you think he has a very good relationship with? Because with Milan, he had Bonaventura, Romagnoli, Donnarumma, Ibrahimovic. Who else does he have? He has a bunch of other players too, but I don't know.
I think Holland, Erling Haaland is going to stay in Borussia Dortmund because I think Borussia Dortmund is going to go top 4 at the end of the season, and he's going to play another season in Germany and Champions League with Borussia Dortmund. But if the impossible happen, let's say Borussia Dortmund doesn't go in Champions League, I think the best option for Raiola is to put Erling Haaland in a middle team. Is not a middle team. It means it's not Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester City, Manchester United, but it's AC Milan, Inter, Juventus.
That would be nice.
So you can get a 7-8 million deal for a year for the player. And after that, he can sell it for 100 or whatever money to a big team at the age of 24, 25. Go for the big money, for the 20 million a year wage. So that's why for him is the best option is that one. He's not going for the big fish right now. He's going for the second transfer.
Yeah, man, Milan would be so amazing. It would be amazing for him.
I think, yeah.
One thing that I've noticed about Germany is that a lot of the players that come out of Dortmund end up in Bayern. So I don't know if Bayern is going to have a say in it. Bayern have endless amounts of resources. It could be that eventually Haaland is going to be the next Lewandowski. It could be. Let's see. All right. 5-1 for us. I love the confidence. I feel this confidence too. Like, come on, we're back. We're energetic. This is our final round. It's die or nothing now. Okay, so Alberto Balu says, but realistically, who's willing to pay 60, 80 million for Lukaku right now? That's like, I don't think there are teams that are a need to buy Lukaku right now. Right?
Well, but the only question is Lukaku is 70 million. Erling Haaland is 180 million. Harry Kane is 130 million.
Oof.
So I don't know. It's just I don't think Erling Haaland is going to move. I think he's going to stay. So Lukaku is going to be the hot property for this summer. A big team needs the striker. Chelsea needs a striker. They need a striker because Timo Werner is performing really bad. They don't have a proper striker.
If Inter sell Lukaku, then the Inter club is failed. It means they're failed.
The problem for Inter is their owner is Chinese, which is not a problem because it's Chinese. I'm not saying that. It's just because the Chinese government works in a way that just a certain amount of money can go out from China for investments outside China, and they already.
Is it right now because of the pandemic, or just in general?
No, it's a Chinese law. It's like the Communist Party has that law. So Chinese companies, they cannot invest more than a certain amount outside China. So, and all the big companies, they already got that money. So the company that owns Inter, they cannot move money from China to Italy.
Oh.
They have money. They are really rich, but they cannot do it by law because the government doesn't allow them to do it.
Yeah, they're one of the richest companies in the world.
So they are looking for investors to save this year, the 2021. They need some money just to cover this year. So the things are two. Or they're going to get these investors, so they're going to give them the money and keep going for 2021. Or they're going to sell Lukaku for 70 million, maybe get Giroud instead of Lukaku and give it to Chelsea, something like that, and get 70 million and try to go top 4, which is not impossible with the team they have, and invest again next season when they're gonna have the money. They can move money from China to Italy.
So they exhaust. So you're pretty much saying that because of the laws in China, they exhausted all their capitals for the year.
Exactly. So they need to see, or maybe they're gonna find a deal with China and find a way to bring the money out again, which is not excluded. There is a lot of options, so we have to see this summer what's going to happen. But selling Lukaku is not a bad option because they can always sell it for 70 million, get through 2021, and come back really strong in 2022. Really strong because they're really rich.
Man, I really hope they don't. I even though I'm a Milanista and I love Milan and it's all about Milan, I really want Inter to do well. I really want Juventus and Inter to do well because of the things we were talking about before. Anyway, so this is a great question. I wonder what you think. So, guys, if Raiola give you an option, sell Donnarumma and sign Haaland, which one would you take?
Sell Donnarumma and sign Haaland straight away. Can I sign it, please? Right now. Reasons: 42 goals a season, and you put the goalkeeper of Verona and you get the same goal in a season against, or you get a bit more, you get 10 goals more, but you have 30 goals more on your goal done. Easy.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think you're right. I think at the end of the day, the goals wins you games. The goalkeeper can only stop the opponent from scoring goals, but the goalkeeper can't score goals. While Haaland is a great yes, I would go for Haaland too, but I say that with a lot of negativity because I love Donnarumma. I want Donnarumma to stay with Milan forever. But I think Haaland makes more sense if you want to win in Europe. Milan beat Sampdoria 3-1. Ibra. Who's Jess?
Maybe it was Kessie. Maybe it was trying to say Kessie.
Jess is Quagliarella. Okay. Kessie, third goal. All right. Let's just go a few easy choice. Yeah. Barcelona will get Aguero. Oh, yes, the Aguero thing. Right. Barcelona will get Aguero free transfer. Harry Kane will go to with City. And you're saying with Haaland will stay at Dortmund, in my opinion, as well.
We're going to talk about this Monday. Just come over Monday. We're talking about transfers.
Yes.
It's going to be fun. Yeah. I know it's Easter, but, let's talk football.
Right. And do you think Aguero can go to Milan?
Depends what Messi is going to do. I think they're best friends, they're really friends, Messi and
they're cousins also. They're related, right?
Oh, I didn't know, but I don't know if they're related, but they're friends. So if Messi stays at Barcelona, is a done deal, Aguero with Barcelona. It's something like 100% sure. If Messi leaves, Aguero is just free to do whatever he wants. He's going for another challenge, a new challenge.
Right. Yes, I wouldn't mind seeing Aguero at Milan. I think he'd be the perfect replacement for someone like Ibra. Technically, not personality-wise. I think Ibra was probably going to keep staying at Milan. All right, so we have Pete T says Real is a greedy pig, and all these players need to get rid of him and play with the clubs that are in their hearts, not their pockets. Yes, Real is a shark, and he kind of takes away a little bit of that magic from football, and he kind of gives it this image that is not very appealing. All right, Lart. So last 5 minutes, and then we're going to close the stream for today, guys. Everybody, thank you so much for being with us. We have a watch along coming up on Saturday against Sampdoria, so please stay in tune. We might have some other things that we're going to be doing before that. On Mondays, we have a new podcast, so please also be in touch with that one. It's called Let's Talk Football, where we talk about all different kind of subjects when it comes to football in general. So, and then we have the RossonARI review also coming up Saturday night with the king of AC Milan reviews, Ari. He's going to be doing that on Saturday. All right, last questions. Inter still need to pay for Hakimi. They should give him to us. Ali agrees with us. Haaland, Messi is the godfather of Aguero's son. Okay, that's how they are related. Correct. All right, guys. Well, my prediction for Milan, I said, was 4-1. Let's hope for the best. Right? And let's do this, and then let's close. Predictions for Juventus Torino.
Oh, I think 2-2.
2-2. Perfect. And just one thing I want to say, and I don't say that, I say this with a little bit of negativity, is that if Torino gets relegated, Belotti is coming to Milan for sure. So let's hope that Torino gets relegated, because they're 1 point from relegation.
No, man, I want Torino to don't get relegated and beat Juventus, beat Napoli, beat all the teams that are on our way.
Hey, thank you for mentioning it, guys. I want to just say this. I just want to say this. A shout out to Gennaro Gattuso, AC Milan legend, for being always they put him in a very uncomfortable position in these last few weeks, but he won 2 big games in a row against us, unfortunately, and then against Roma. So shout out to Gattuso, and shout out to Inzaghi for beating Pirlo. So excellent stuff. A tie would be fantastic. Eastbourne says, thank you guys, great job and great podcast, keep them coming, Forza Milan. Absolutely. Davide Romano says, Donnarumma is dead to me. This is too much. 1-1 Ali. Easyborn says 1-1. And with that, guys, have a great rest of the week. We will see you Saturday for the watch along against Sampdoria. Stay with us and for the post game. And Forza Milan, alla tutta la famiglia milanista. Ciao. Lart, take it away.
Ciao, Forza Milan, and see you Saturday for the watch along.
All right, guys.